Arenes or aromatic aliphatic compounds. Meron siyang aromatic part known as the benzene ring. So, meron siyang aromatic or benzene ring. And then, may aliphatic din siya. Ito yung mga open or branch chain of carbon atoms. Okay, so an example of this arene or aromatic aliphatic compounds ay ito. Meron siyang aromatic part and then meron din siyang aliphatic part. Itong aliphatic na to is a straight chain of carbon atoms. How are you going to name these arenes? Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na alkyl benzene. Okay, ang alkyl, so ibig sabihin yan may mga series of carbon atoms. Alkyl like methyl, ethyl, and then you have the benzene ring. The simplest alkyl benzene is methyl benzene and it has a special name of toluene. So ito yun. Okay. This one is another alkyl benzene is, so this is 2 carbon atoms, so that's ethyl. In naming this one, alkyl benzene, the benzene ring is the parent chain. That's why it's written at the last part of the IUPAC name. Okay, and then this aliphatic or this alkyl group is named as the substituents. So this is ethyl benzene, and this one is propyl benzene, and this is isobutyl benzene. Okay, I'll repeat. For this alkyl benzene, the benzene ring is the parent chain and the alkyl groups are the substituents. Now, we also have dialkyl benzene, and the dimethyl benzene has a special name of xylene. So this should be dimethyl ortho dimethyl benzene, but the dimethyl is also known as xylene. This is metaxylene, and this one is paraxylene. Ulitin natin, xylene is a special name of dimethyl benzene. Now, for dialkyl benzene with simple, okay, or with 2 substituents or 2 alkyl groups, 2 simple alkyl groups, they could use the ortho, meta, and para positions. So, this one is toluene, and the other alkyl group that is being attached to it is isopropyl. And they are on meta because they have 1,3 position. We are giving 1 to the methyl group because of the parent chain being as the toluene. Okay, this one is the methyl, is the toluene, and the other group that is not being named is ethyl, and they are in meta position pa rin. However, if the aliphatic chain that is being attached to the benzene ring is very complicated, such as this one, the benzene ring now is treated as a substituent, and it will not be named as benzene anymore because it's a substituent na. Take note that the benzene is only being used if it is the parent chain. Okay, like this one. So ito. The benzene ring, the benzene is treated as the parent chain. So it will use the word benzene. However, if the benzene ring is treated as a substituent, it will use the word phenyl. Okay, so the parent chain here is pentane. It has 5 carbon atoms. It was numbered from left to right such that the first encountered substituent would be at carbon number 2. Okay, so that carbon number 2 bears the methyl. So that's why it's 2-methyl. And then on the third carbon atom, of that parent chain, it has now the benzene ring. But we are not going to name it as benzene, rather, it is now a substituent So it will be 3-phenyl. Overall, this structure will be 2-methyl 3-phenyl pentane. Ulitin natin, if benzene ring is treated as a substituent, it will have the name phenyl. Okay. Next example, this is an arene paren. This is an arene. It has, however, an aliphatic group here with a very complicated structure. So therefore, we have to name this as phenylalkane, wherein the benzene ring is just a substituent and not a parent chain. So we have to choose parent chain as the longest chain in the aliphatic part. So that would be 6 carbon atoms. So that's hexane. It was numbered from left to right such that this is carbon number 2 and that's carbon number 3. And they are both methyl groups. So that is 2,3-dimethyl. What is not yet included is this part, and that is on the fourth carbon atom of the parent chain, and it is treated as a substituent, so therefore that is 4-phenylhexane. So overall, the name of this structure is 2,3-dimethyl 4-phenylhexane. Okay. Next would be this one. So the parent chain is butane. It has 4 carbon atoms. Okay. What is not included in the parent chain are this carbon atom, and that is on the second. So that's 2-methyl. And then we have another group. This is on the third carbon atom, and that's 3-phenyl. So therefore, that will have 2-methyl 3-phenylbutane. For the next example, the aliphatic is the parent chain, and it has 8 carbon atoms. So this is carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? But we number it pala dito from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's octane. And on the fourth carbon atom of that octane is a phenyl. So therefore that's phenyl. It should be phenyl octane. There should be L there. Phenyl octane. And then the last example here is the parent chain has 3 carbon atoms. So this is the parent chain. That's the longest chain. So that's propane. What is not included are, so this is a methyl and another methyl. So we have 2,2-dimethyl. And then we have here on the last carbon atom, so that's 3-phenyl propane. So overall, that would be 2,2-dimethyl 3-phenyl propane. Okay, if Arenes has more than one phenyl group, then therefore it is still being named as phenyl, but you're going to use the di. So this is the parent chain, methane, and then we have 2 benzene ring, but we're not going to name it as benzene. Rather, we have to name it as phenyl because it is treated as a substituent. So therefore, that is diphenylmethane. Okay, the parent chain here is 3 carbon atoms, so that's propane. Okay, and on the first and the third carbon atom of that propane are phenyl group. These are benzene ring that is treated as a substituent, so that is 1,3-diphenyl propane. Okay. Alkanil benzenes, on the other hand, are arenes with aromatic, but this time the aliphatic has double bonds. Okay. The simplest of this kind is styrene. So styrene has So this is the ethene or ethylene, common name, and this is the phenyl. Collectively known phenylethylene is styrene or vinyl benzene. Okay. If there are three carbon atoms with a double bond, so this is propene, okay, and on the third carbon atom, but third carbon atom because ang priority ay double bond, so that it will be between 1 and 2. So that is 3-phenyl propene. Okay, and this one is 3-phenyl 1-butene because the parent chain is 4 carbon atoms with double bond. So that is 1-butene. 1 means the double bond is between 1 and 2. But there are 4 carbon atoms in the parent chain, and E because of the presence of the double bond. Okay. The phenyl group is attached on the third carbon atom of the parent chain, and it is treated as a substituent, so therefore that is 3-phenyl 1-butene. Okay. We also have phenyl acetylene. We all know that acetylene refers to the carbon-to-carbon triple bond. Okay. Then this one, this is the acetylene, C triple bond C, and then the remaining part is the phenyl. It's the phenyl. Okay. This is 3-propine. Sorry, this is propine. This is first, second, and third carbon atom. Remember that the triple bond is priority here, so that's propine. And then what is not included in the propine is the phenyl group that is being attached on the third carbon atom of the parent chain. And lastly, this is diphenyl acetylene. This is the acetylene part. That's C triple bond C. And then what is not included are 2 phenyl groups, so therefore we have diphenyl acetylene.